Madison. I'm reliably informed that Charlie Rabbit will be
Here's
here
my
in the next
dad.
5 or 10 minutes. Feel free to get some photos with Charlie Rabbit. We've got our great sponsors at USANA. We're giving away some certificates over there.
Hi,
Got
Sonny.
the membership team also to the side over there giving away posters, stickers. So feel free to avail yourself of those services. As I said, we're going to watch the boys do the captain's run. We'll talk through that. We'll probably talk to a few of the coaching staff and the players afterwards.
Get a coffee, did you?
You'll get to watch the boys train, and after training, you'll get to meet the players. The boys are due out in about 30 minutes or so, 25, 30 minutes. So we thought before the boys drop out, but the first group will be out in about 5 or 10 minutes. That's the rehab squad. And then the main squad will be about 10 or 15 minutes after those guys. So we thought whilst we were waiting for the players to come out, we might just have a few words with Mark Ellison, our head of football. Mark, we spoke about the new community and high performance centre.
It certainly is, Shannon. I mean, we're always looking to be front of the game with everything we do, and having this new facility to get the quality of the players we have here in South Sydney and get them trained there every day is a massive upside for us. We're really looking forward to it. Obviously, a bit of a sad day, particularly for us older people in the crowd, that this has been so much part of the Rabbitohs for so long. I remember playing here back as a 19-year-old debuting here and remembering the old hill over there on the far side. We played St George here one day and I think there was 22,000 people here. And I'll never forget it as long as I live, the atmosphere that was here that day. And as a young South Sydney junior to come here and play in front of the crowd there was just outstanding. But
Yeah, that guy.
He's
He's injured and stuff.
obviously the facilities are a lot better than what
He's
we
in
have
the
here.
under.
But it was
No, the
an
guy
event
over there.
organised by Jason Demucci, our head coach, just before Christmas, in a symbolic carrying of all the history from the welcome field. The boys on the field here.
Yep.
Guys.
So welcome to the captain's run. I'm joined here by Liam. Hello, mate. He's decided to stand in for us. He's going to guest host here. He's making his debut. So that's Mark Ellison on the microphone. We thought we'd jump on early. Plenty of fans in here.
Some of the history from inside the walls downstairs in the grandstand, which was some of the
Let's have a look
photos
around.
of the great Clive Churchill, Bobby McCarthy, all those, the greats of the past, Johnny Sattler, and we took them over and carried them past every junior ground. Was involved in our South Juniors, and it was a very, very touching event for everyone involved, and it was just a sign that we're not leaving here and abandoning the heartland of the Rabbitohs. Moved to another part of our heartland, and this is all Redfern Oval, and we'll still be using it for pathways. We'll occasionally have captain's runs here, so it's not gone forever, Redfern Oval. It's still a massive part of what the Rabbitohs are.
So that's Dion Telpa.
Redfern Oval will still be here through our pathways and the occasional captain's run. You spoke about the captain's run. Can you just explain for the benefit of all of our members and supporters here what a captain's run is and what's the objective of the training session?
Well, the captain's run is run by the captain. The coaches are on the field as well, but when the players run out on the field tomorrow night, the coaches are in the coaches box. They're not on the field with them. So today just gets the boys, polishes up what we've been doing all week. Earlier in the week, we look at what the Dolphins will throw at us, and we have to work out our defensive strategy around that.
Yeah.
And our coaches have dissected where we think we can find holes in the Dolphins. So today's a culmination of all that work that we've done during the week. And to be fair, it's quite a short turnaround. So we only had one full session to do that on Monday it was. So this is just a pitch off what we're doing, and you'll see the boys in full cry today. It won't be an overly long session. Just got to be aware that the whole idea of the week is to get them from their collisions and that they had on Good Friday and have them ready to go again tomorrow. So today's just a taper session, and just to make sure our execution of our skills and that is on song, and so we're ready to perform at our best tomorrow night, which I'm sure we will be.
Well, speaking about the Dolphins, their ex-coach, Wayne Bennett, their current coach is our ex-coach, Wayne Bennett, and we know he's famous for his mind games. It's going to be a big game. The Dolphins are playing well. What are your thoughts generally about the Dolphins, and where do you think the risk and the attack comes from the Dolphins?
I think they've had a very good start to the season, and they've defied all the critics. But it's not a real surprise when you know that Wayne's coaching them up there. There's a lot of hype around Redcliffe for the new team that's come in. They've got some very good players, experienced players in Bromwich. Even one of ours, Mark Nichols, up there. But you know, I think their biggest threat for us is Hammer through the middle.
Yeah.
He's been causing teams a lot of strife through the season so far, but I'm pretty confident that our defence is good enough to hold him. One stat that most people don't know this year is that we're still the third best defensive team in the competition. And as a result of that, we've played the top 8. All the teams we've played have been the top 8, apart from last weekend. So, you know, we're building our season around our defence. If that's strong again tomorrow night, we'll be fine.
Excellent. Well, final question before we let you go. We've got a great turn of members and supporters here today, and I think it's a hallmark of who we are, the Rabbitohs, that we're inclusive and we try and involve our members and supporters.
So welcome to everyone here. We've got Shannon talking on the mic. I hope you can hear him. We've got people live chatting. Donna O, Stephen Warren, hello, Split God, Paul Cullen. So thanks for that.
Certainly will.
We'll stick with this because I think you can hear him. I've got the mics on, but they're not down there where they are, but it's on the loudspeaker. We just thought we'd come on early here.
We have members' days as well, and you know, to get a big crowd like this year, which is great, being the school holidays, etc. Because
It's a rehab group here, I think.
I came back here in 2004.
Some of the second grade players.
But I know
That's not all rehab, no.
It's
Just
the faces I remember that were here when we were struggling to win a game back
Liam
then.
Knight.
And I see them here today when we're getting on the top of our game and we've become the force that we should be again in the competition. And it's great support that you give to us all that helps us keep going every day. And I don't say that, you know, just for the sake of it. I truly mean it. And the boys love your support. The coaching staff do as well. And when they go out to play, they play for the Rabbitohs and they represent you guys. And don't ever forget that because it's true and it's real. So I'd like to thank you again for coming out today. I always love to see the turnout here with the red and green. And I know everyone stands here is 100% behind us. And believe me,
Former
it's a
teammate
great thing to have.
Mark Ellison down there,
As an administrator,
as you know.
the boys downstairs
Shannon,
as well. So
former
enjoy watching
Rabbitohs.
the train today.
Those
and
two
we'll be
guys.
proud of them tomorrow night. Thanks very much.
There you go, LA. We call him the Rhino. Look at his nose. We'll see if we can get on the nose, but nah, he's a good bloke.
Hey, we're about
10
minutes or so from the pod coming out. As you can see, the rehab squad are out here training at the moment, so we'll be able to watch them. Just a few pointers on a few things Mark said. We will be sending out incoming notice to all of our members regarding the open day at our new community and high performance centre.
So thank you,
at Redfern Park.
Brownie.
We will be welcoming all of our members and supporters to join us at the community and high performance centre, join the team. We'll be going to be having a members day and a community day there, so you'll get more notice about that in coming weeks. Also, there's one big event we're going to be having here at Redfern. It's a bit of a summer event on April 21st, next Friday. We're going to have the spreading of John Sattler's ashes here at Redfern Oval next Friday. It will be 10:30. It will be a service for our members, supporters and the community. 10:30 next Friday, the 21st of April. All are welcome. It'll be a great tribute. It'll be great to know that John Sattler will be here eternally at the great Redfern Oval. So, as Mark said, we're not finished at Redfern Oval. We really appreciate you tuning out. And we'll have a chat a bit later with some of the coaching staff and players who should be out in about 10 minutes. Thank you.
There you go, Shannon. All right, so they've just a little bit for the crowd there. So got. So yeah, we'll just go over and have a look at this rehab group while we're waiting. So let's go along the line there, Liam. We've got Liam Knight. Yeah, do you like him because he's got the same name as you? Or
Yes.
and we're joined by Benny here, Liam's dad. And is that your mate there too?
Yes.
Sonny. Oh, Sonny, how you going? Oh, we might get Tommy Burgess give you a shout out for your birthday. Yeah, there you go, cousin. Yeah, okay, I'm with you now. Okay, we'll put everyone's 2 and 2 together. And we've got Hugo here on the other side. How are you, mate? You all right? Yeah, good to see you. You can jump on the mic if you want. Okay, sweet. Well, we're waiting for the team to come out here. So that's Liver Havili's come out. So
Oh, yeah?
yeah, he's a good player,
Yeah.
Liam.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate that he got injured in the pre-season because he's been really good for us. Coming off the bench, he gets involved. He's got a high work rate. Yep. All right, so we'll go back over here. We'll just go along this rehab group. So we jumped on early, live and free on Bunnies TV, because of obviously it's a big day. There's a lot of fans here.
Yeah.
And Shannon and Mark Ellison had a bit of a talk, and Brownie, I think, is chatting as Bunnies TV, and he told us that you can hear what they were saying on the loudspeaker, which was good. Now, we've got some live chat here too, Liam. I don't know if you can see it on my phone there, and it's up here. So we've got some. Well, David Falstead is a channel member. See if they've got a little thing next to them. That means they're a channel member. He said you can hear them well. There you go.
All right.
So Split God said hopefully Latrell Mitt has another great game. So we were just talking about Latrell, and
we are.
you liked his work at
Bulldogs game.
the Bulldogs game. So
Yeah.
tell us about what you liked about what he did that day.
He just got through the ruck quite easily and sort of, scored a couple tries and worked really well through the Bulldogs' defensive line.
Yeah, and you're doing pretty well standing up today because you've done your leg.
Yeah.
Who done that?
My friend,
Your friend
tackled me.
He's
and,
tackled you.
Yeah, lifted me up and,
So it wasn't even on the field; it was just mucking around.
yeah.
Oh well, you've done well to come here and stand
There's
up.
Eddie Payer's son. He used
Eddie
to-
Payer's son.
Yeah.
Eddie's Kicking Academy. There you go on Instagram. Okay, so shout out to you, Ed. He's assistant coach with John Sutton for the SG Ball, who they've finished now, so I'm not sure what he's up to, but he can work on his Kicking Academy. So going along the line there, so we'll start again. We've got Jacob Gagai in the number 11 there,
Yeah.
and Liam, and then we got Taffy, number 9. Blake's a good young player, mate.
Yeah.
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 Played a bit of first grade. Peter Mamazelis is the number 5. Over the back that's Dean Talpa. We all know him. He killed him in the trials. He's come back from a net leg injury, and he's still got the bandage on the leg there,
Yeah.
you see.
You can see.
But I think he made a successful return the other day.
Yeah.
Who else we got out there? That looks like Richie Kenner with a hat backwards. Cheeks, Michael Cheekham, good player. He's played a bit of first grade this year. And then on the end there, there's Tyrone Munro, who the few of the members of the borough have been calling the Gazelle. I'm not sure if that's stuck, but he made a successful return last week. Apparently he's one of the best players on the field in the Jersey Flegg victory over the Doggies last week, and they are leading the comp. So Tyrone Munro, remember that name? Look at him go. Look at that off the mark. He's just come back from a broken collarbone or something, I think.
Oh, collarbone.
Yeah. So
Ooh.
it's a nasty one. I've done that myself. Broke me collarbone. My brother actually tackled me at the front of my house and broke me collarbone. And I was out for the finals. And apparently, my coach wasn't happy with my brother because we got beat.
Oh, dear.
Not that I would have, been the difference, but it was
You missed out.
didn't help. So that's a nasty injury. So it's good to see him back. And he's good friends with the Fox. Now, that was unfortunate to see the Fox go down, even though he's a bulldog. It was a bit sad, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I think they missed him because we scored a lot of tries on the side. Now, I'm not saying he would have stopped them either, but
We probably would have lost if he was probably on the field still.
oh
maybe.
yeah, I don't know. I think it was our day on Good Friday. I think Latrell was just on.
He was on his game.
He was on his game, and it was a big one for him. His 150th first grade game, which is a huge achievement. Anyone would be happy to play one first grade? He's played 150 of
Started
them.
off at the Roosters and then...
He did indeed, yes, he did. And we smashed him that day. It was would have been, and I think it was Cody Walker's debut as well. And Cody will be out here soon.
Yeah.
So thank you to everyone who's live chatting.
He might be coming out now.
Yeah, there's the fans are getting a bit excited, but we'll bring it to you live and free on Bunnies TV. So if you couldn't get here, it's a Redfern
Here
Oval.
comes Reggie Rabbit.
There you go. Reggie. Yeah. Look at that, eh? The great man. All right, I'll follow him around. The kids are going wild. So there's a big crowd in here today.
Yeah.
There's quite a few fans. Now, they told the fans to get here at 8:30, which was Might have been a little bit too early, but
But,
anyway, they've got here and they've got their positions in the stands. It'd be, how many do you reckon here? A few hundred, mate, at least, maybe 400 or 500 people.
maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe just under 500 though.
Maybe just under, maybe maybe three
300.
or four. There's a few sitting around on the outsides there
Yeah.
and everything. We went round we had a coffee this morning down at the cafe next door, and a few of the boys were sitting down there. Blake Taff, Lockie Ilias, Peter Mamazelos, Tunne Milne. So
Lockie Ilias is having a couple good games.
he is. He's
Made his first field goal.
yeah, that was good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got big shoes.
Saved us.
He did save us that day. That was his first field goal in first grade, and what a day to do it. It looks like Reggie's going to come up into the stand with the kids. Geez, they'll like that. Yeah, so no first graders yet. They did tell us in the media that it's 9:15, get ready for a 9:30 start. So it's what
9:11
now?
now.
It's 9:11 now. And so we just came on early, obviously, to get people watching our live stream, which we love. And, get some of the fans. And Liam has just jumped in as a guest host, if you're just joining me, because Darren and Grant can't make it today. And he's going to just talk about the players when they come out. I hope you don't mind there on Bunnies TV. Bit of new blood. So, yeah.
Big Bunnies fan I am.
He's a big Bunnies fan. You've been a Bunnies fan your whole life.
Yeah.
And how old are you?
11.
11 years he's been a Bunnies fan. And I've been one for 55 years. So
Doesn't make us equal, but still.
it doesn't make... Well, it does, because we both love the...
Oh, yeah.
We both love the club. If you cut us, we'd bleed red and green. I don't know about the green bit, but...
The green,
It's a saying.
yeah.
We love the Bunnies with all our heart, Liam, don't we?
Yeah.
And your dad doesn't mind them either, does he?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's go. There's the few of the boys in the black shirts.
Yeah.
Now the ones that are going to be doing the captain's run, they'll come out. The first grade will come out in a different coloured shirt.
So who's doing the captain's run, do you know?
Okay. So the captain's run, Liam, is basically just the 17 in the first grade team do ball work, and they go through like a pre-rehearsed game plan, so they work a few of their moves. So we aren't allowed to film that. Okay,
Yeah,
so
right.
once they come out, the first grade team will they'll warm up,
Yeah.
and then they'll do a couple of training drills, like the boys are doing over here. And once they finish, Jeremy, the boss of the media, tells us cameras go off. And once that happens, we don't film any further. But our day doesn't finish there, or my day doesn't finish there, because what we do then is pack up the gear and we get ready to interview the coach, Jason Demetrio.
Oh, yeah.
And we've been doing that every week for this season, and it's quite a good interview for us, because the coach gives us his time. So the boys are all coming off. It looks like they're going to make a big entrance.
Yeah.
Getting clapped off there. Look at that. Good pictures here, live and free on Bunnies TV. So yeah, it's just a training run, mate, just ball work.
Yeah.
But we can't film it, obviously, because we don't want any spies from the Dolphins like Wayne Bennett seeing
Yeah,
our moves.
yeah.
So
Does he once coach the Bunnies?
he did, yeah. So that's going to be one of the talking points today, is the fact that Jason Demetrio, was a long-time assistant to JD. And there's Shax. Hello, mate. How are you? Like that hat? The Rabbitohs bucket hat. You going okay? Good to see you, mate. Good to see you, mate. Yep. Mascot legend there. So long-time protege. He was his assistant for a long time. He was assistant here at South.
Yeah.
And then when Wayne moved on, JD took over. So this is a meeting of two guys that have had a long association that goes all the way back to when they were coaching, I think, up at the Broncos and, a long time ago.
Yeah.
And Wayne now is the Dolphins man. And, there's going to be a lot of talk about that. I'm obviously going to ask JD about that today when I interview him. Tell us about taking on Wayne and how the Dolphins are going.
Well, the thing is, they're playing at Suncorp, so it's got to be a bit of a battle.
It is, yeah. Well, they've got the home crowd advantage. I mean, it's not their actual home ground. It's obviously the Broncos' home crowd.
Yeah,
but
still
there's going to be, they're going to share. They are sharing it, and there's going to be a lot of Queensland supporters. It's going to be a bit like an Origin battle on Thursday night, and this bloke will be there, Reggie Rabbit, and he's a man of few words. Reggie, he doesn't he doesn't say anything. There he is. Just look at that, posing for a photo with that little baby
ones.
there. Not sure the baby knows what's going on. She's pretty sweet. She's not. No, she just wants to touch him on the face. She's not too fussed. There you go. So we are live and free on Bunnies TV. Jai Gray is close to a return, Bunnies TV said. So Bunnies TV, that's Brownie, I think, chatting as us. So let's have a little chat. I was just talking to Liam about Jai Gray. He's probably not aware much of him because he's a Pathways player. But Jai Gray was one of the Queensland connection that came down with Liam LeBlanc.
Oh, yeah.
And to play in our Pathways system in the SG Ball. Now, Liam LeBlanc's a bit of a star too. He's up in the flag now. But Jai unfortunately got injured. But before that, the game he got injured in, he was absolutely tearing them up. He set up a few tries, scored one himself. He was actually in the clear to go and score a try when he done his hammy.
Oh, that's...
Yeah, so we actually, recorded that, and it was a bit of a horrible moment. But when he gets back, he's really a player to watch. As is Liver. Now, hopefully, the Liver's not running around at all. Liver Havili, we call him Liver because his name is Siliver.
Oh, yeah.
And he's, even on his social...
Tear up his injury.
I think he stood in a hole at Urco Oval was the prognosis. And it'll be good to get him back. Next to him there is Dean Hawkins with the hat back, and he hasn't had a real good run with injuries. So that's the rehab group over there. There's another one over there, which is... He's got his back to me there. Oh, that's Jai again, sorry. So, yeah, that's the three guys there.
Yeah.
We've got some... Here comes the players now.
Here comes.
I just missed them coming out, but we'll get him. There's Jai. It's good to have him back, Liam.
Yeah. He's a really good player.
He is.
Host, I think... Did Jacob Host come back, I think?
Yeah, well, Jacob Host has been back for a few weeks, and he's been good. He scored a good try against the Doggies, ran a good line.
Yeah.
Yeah, you play footy, don't you, mate?
Yeah.
Who do you play for?
Wombats.
The Wombats?
Yeah.
I won't hold that against you, that's all right. No, they're a good club, a real good club. There's Tane's coming out, Tane Mill in the 15.
Yeah,
Tane's
he's good.
Yeah, he's a good player, so he played well last week. So let's just... so the boys have gone back in to make another entrance, which is good. But, so... Back to Jai, he's the headline act that he's come back, so he did his hamstring as well.
Yeah.
And he was going to come back about 4 or 5 weeks ago, but then he actually re-injured himself. So huge news that he's back. A real welcome return for Jai Arrow. And he's starting in the front row, so no messing around, no easing him back into it. He's going to get out there straight in the middle and get right into it. So let's hope he's 100%. I say he would be because you don't want to come back too early with a hamstring because it can be dangerous.
Yeah, and here comes Blake Taff again.
Blake Taffy's out. And what about Jed Cartwright? So you can see the coloured shirts that they're wearing there, Liam.
Yeah.
So they're the 17. So Jed's coming off the bench, Jed Cartwright. He's a valuable. He's a versatile player. He can play in the centres. He can play back row. So that's the sort of player we want.
And here comes Saluka Fafita.
Daniel Saluka Fafita had a good game last week.
Oh, yeah.
Tough carries. Where do you play? What position are you, mate?
Forward.
Oh, in the forward. So there you go. So,
Too big and slow to be a winger.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Yeah, well. So there's a bit that the crowd's firing up here. It could be Trell Mitwatch.
Oh, Graham.
Stretchy. There's Charlie come out first. There he is.
There he is.
Big cheer for him. Hat trick against the Bulldogs.
Yeah.
He's been playing well. His defence has been incredible out there in the centres. He runs the ball. He doesn't mind getting in there and having a go. He works hard.
We still lost against a couple of teams, but we're still getting there.
Yeah, well, we're 3 wins and 3 losses. So we're sort
equal.
of we're equal. That's sort of an even start.
Yeah.
We've had a tough draw to start with. I expect us to go up there and beat the Dolphins. The Dolphins have been going quite well though with Wayne Bennett.
But they lost to the Dragons.
They did. Yeah. So there you go. So that was a bit of a blemish on them. I think there might have been a couple down there. But yeah. So we've got another player coming.
Here comes Tommy Burgess.
There he is.
There's
Sonny's favourite player.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got Tommy to give Sonny a shout out for his birthday. How old were you, Sonny? Hey? How old? 14. Sonny turned 14 and Tommy gave him a shout out and made his day for his birthday. So there's another one coming.
Here comes another big player. Who is it? Cook.
Cookie.
Yeah, Cookie.
There he is. Damien Cook.
Yeah.
Big cheer from the crowd. They're like rock stars making their entrance.
I know.
Huh? There's
Here comes Isaac Thompson.
And Hame, Isaac Tupo Thompson, JD, Coach Jason
Here
Demetriou,
comes Kalamatangi.
Keon. That's the sort of forward you want to model yourself on, mate,
Yeah.
Keon.
Keon, yep.
Yeah,
Turn out like him.
yeah.
Obviously, I can't now, but when I'm better, I will.
Yeah. All right, we're still waiting for Few to come out.
Yes.
Yeah, Helios, Troll, Matt. That's it. You know,
Isaiah Tass.
Yeah, there he
And
is.
Helios.
Yeah. Davey Mawale,
Here's Johnston.
AJ.
And Murray.
There he is, the captain.
Where's Latrell? They're all waiting for Latrell.
They're all
I
waiting
think.
for Latrell, but
He's coming out.
well, the
last.
captain's out here for the captain's run. He always gets down there and does those couple of stretches like that.
Yeah.
Just works the hips and that. Hey, here's Abs and the little one. How you going? Hey. Hello, mate. Whoop. I'll just let the camera go. Sorry about that. So we are live here. That's Michael Cheekham's come out. Do you want to jump on or it's up to you? Yeah, do you want to jump on? All right. No, that's all right. I can just tighten it a bit.
Do you want
Okay,
this one?
so yeah. So hey, Liam, this is Abby here.
Hello.
Come in there, mate.
Hello. Here comes Sam Burgess.
Yeah.
Jacob Post.
Take a post.
Who's
Yeah.
it? Trell
And the crowd goes mad. Troll Matt. Sammy just
Is it?
gives the wave there.
Yeah.
He always looks up here, so that's good.
Where's Trell Meat? Where is he gone?
Yeah, he's probably just getting a drink.
There he
There he
is.
is. So, all right. So a couple of things to watch for here. We want to look for Isaac if he's moving okay with his knee. I might just welcome Abby and the young fella. What?
Mavo, little Ari.
There's a Larry. Hello,
Say
mate.
hello.
Hello. He's not sure.
He's a bit shocked.
Hello?
Yeah, so I've just got some guest hosts here to give me a hand. So, Liam, we'll throw to you. We just talked about it before, but Trell Mint, a hat
Yeah.
trick against the Doggies.
Doing well.
Yep. It was a nice performance from our
He
staff.
hasn't had a
fullback.
good game since the Doggies was his probably best game this
It was
season.
his best game, yeah.
Yeah.
And what about you, Abs? What did you like about our Good Friday dominant win?
50 points, Mavo.
Yeah, that's always
Good
good.
50.
Yeah.
Oh, they were good all over the park.
Yeah, they were. They were.
Exciting footy. They passed the footy around, which is good to see.
Yep. And this bloke went good too.
Cody
Cameron.
Walker.
Oh, is Cody coming out? You know it's Cody.
Yes.
Now he went good too against the Doggies.
Yeah.
Scored that try from backing up.
Yeah.
But just some of his passes. He's just a great ball player, isn't he?
Yeah. He gets some offsides, assists some tries, scores some himself.
He does indeed. Yep, he had a good game. And I was just going to say Cameron as well. So where's Cameron, the captain? He's probably over there of the
Yeah.
players. Right over there. And I'm just looking up at the camera. So, yeah, Abs, Cam Murray, just that link role he plays, he scored a great
Yeah.
try himself. He opened up the scoring with a great try himself. But the ball playing he does, it's so valuable because you get Lockie to him or him to Lockie.
And then he gets around, or Lockley, or they spread it out.
Yeah,
They get around the fence lines.
yeah,
Scores a great try.
yeah. So he does plenty of work himself. And he adds that link role. So, everyone, thanks for joining us on the live chat. We haven't a bit happening here. I'm filming, obviously, and so let's have a look at Isaac. And he's a good healer, I'm saying, Isaac, because you would have seen the hip drop there, Abs, and It looked nasty. At the time, you would have thought he's Gornsky.
It did look nasty, Mavo. It did look like he was out for a bit, but yeah, he's back. Good on him.
Yeah.
His big legs too, so that would have helped.
And it doesn't look like he's overly strapped up or anything there.
No.
So for those that were wondering about Isaac Tutupo Thompson, also known as iTom here on Bunnies TV, he looks ready to go. And look for him to have a big game on the right wing outside Campbell Graham again.
Johnston back too, Mavo. That'll be good to watch.
Who's that? Sorry?
Alex Johnston on the
Oh,
other
yeah,
wing.
AJ. So let's have a look at AJ. Where is he,
He's
boys?
just
Came
at
back
the
from
40
an
metre line.
There
injury,
he is.
didn't he?
No, yeah, so he copped that head knock. We'll see if we
Yeah.
can see if he's still got a shiner or anything. But, yeah, he's a good player, Liam. He scores a lot of tries.
Yeah. Especially in the 2022 season.
Yeah. I think he scored 30 tries back-to-back seasons or something ridiculous like that. He's not really on track for that yet because we've had a bit of a slow start scoring-wise. And unfortunately, on a 50-point game, usually it'd be Alex Johnston's name all over it, but he wasn't
But
there.
today it was Latrell.
It was Latrell that took all the scoring, and then obviously, actually when Isaac came off, it was Campbell on the wing that got all the tries.
Campbell Graham's doing well this season.
He is. He's playing unbelievably well. Yeah, so it'd be good to see AJ back. It's an historic game, and there's Jacob Host. He might have missed a bit of applause. He just made a little quiet entrance there. I don't know,
Yeah.
or if he did.
No, he was doing some exercises.
Yeah, so he's been good, starting in the back row, and he's become a valuable member of the side, as has the bloke he just jumped on, Hame Sele. The work he's doing off the bench. He's had a couple of knocks, been knocked out. It was horrible to see, but having him back off the bench gives us a valuable player off the bench. Now, we're not running with a utility. Well, I suppose we are because Jed can play utility.
Yeah.
We were running with Taffy as an extra half, but since they've decided to go with the 4-forward rotation, I think it's probably been better. It's worked, and I don't see them changing that anytime soon. They're going to blow the whistle soon, which means they'll get into their drills.
Dry Arrow back too, Mavo.
Yeah, that's a huge in. Abs,
That's good to see.
Yeah,
It'll be
so-
massive for him, massive for the forward pack.
Exactly.
Not taking anything away from the forwards that have stepped up. They've been great, but Dry Arrow is just a
Yeah, so there you
player to
go.
have.
So there's the whistle. We've probably got, 5 or 10 minutes to go as far as broadcasting goes. You got anyone on the live chat there you want to give a shout out to? Who?
Stephen Warren,
Yep.
Split God, Marcy Molly,
Yep.
and then we got Paul Cullen.
Paulie Cullen, yeah. Shout out to
Yeah.
all you guys. So we'll go along the line here. So
Yeah.
Campbell Graham
Graham.
couldn't have played any better.
Then,
And what I loved about his game, apart from the hat trick and all the tough carries, was his defence.
yeah.
No one gets past him.
That's
what
what
you
about
want.
that last week too, Mavo. His defence and his carries.
Yeah, and
Then we got Tom Burgess.
Tommy, and he's talking about tough carries. Always makes a lot of metres. Damaging ball runner. Imagine trying to tackle him out there in the field.
It'd be very hard, I tell you.
Yeah. Keon Kalamatangi
Doing
does his
well.
work, plays 80 minutes nearly every week. He's always bending the line back on the right side.
And then Dry Arrow back.
Yeah, good to have him back. Look, he's not the biggest bloke in the team, but geez, he's tough. He plays State of Origin.
Yeah.
He's one of our star players, but what he does bring is just a high work rate, puts
Very-
shots on, runs the ball all the time, and it's good to have him back.
Yeah.
Cameron Murray. How would you describe Cameron Murray if I were to ask you about him, Liam?
Just very, knowable. Because you know what he's sometimes got to do. He's got to get through offloads, assists, and scores a try.
Yep. Yeah, I'd describe him as one of the best players in the NRL.
Yeah.
Abby, how would you, if you had to sum him up in a couple of sentences?
A player you want to play with week in, week out.
Yeah. Yeah, you look next year and you know he's just going to want the ball. He's going to run up. He's going to put a shot on. He's going to make the tackle that needs to be made. So, yeah, our captain there, Cameron Murray. We're here at the Captain's Run Live and Free, brought to you by Darryl Lee, where there's something special in every bite. Now, I've got a bit of Darryl Lee over here. I just want to show you because I brought it in. I'm going to give this to Liam to take home. It's just some licorice all sorts and a bit of Darryl Lee peppermint whip. Whip it good. So where were we?
So what is this?
Yes, the dad's got him something. So who are we up to? Isaac.
Thompson.
So he looks fit.
Yep.
Having another look at him, he's moving freely. So
Yeah.
he's no doubt that he's going to play. We'll have to wait to watch the ball work, see if he gets through the session. But look at that there. He doesn't seem to be limping or doing anything wrong, so that's good. Look to see him get some plenty of quality ball out on the right. And, I wouldn't be surprised if he's the first try scorer or gets a try at least during the Thursday night footy. What a game it promises to be. Next to him is Jacob Host, who has really come back with a vengeance. Just when we needed a back rower that's got a high work rate, that runs good lines and plays big minutes, he comes back from injury and he hasn't let the team down. He's been re-signed. Jacob Host, one of the nice guys of the team too. And so is Jed Cartwright there. He's found a home in this 17 now because of his versatility. He came on, and you might remember he backed up Lockie after Lockie threw him a beautiful pass, and he just had a nice 2-on-1 for his fullback. Drew the fullback, I think it was, and he put Trell mid away. So we got a try assist last week. Jed Cartwright, very skillful player, former Panther. And the bloke next to him, talking about skillful players, Latrell Mitchell. So we interviewed him during the week, and
Have you?
last week we interviewed him, and they were coming off a loss, and we said, what are you doing? And he said, we'll be right. He looked very confident when he said that to us, and we were right, all right. We came out and we destroyed the doggies.
Yep.
It wasn't a good start. We let them get a try early, but
50 will take it.
when you put 50 on anyone, we'll take it. So him and Cody there was just doing a little stretch with him, and Cody's in some fine form. We need him to continue that. We know what he brings. He's a competitor. He never gives up on the play. His ball skills are second to none. If you want a bloke, if you're out in the wing and got a bit of space, you want him to have the ball in his hands, because it's going to hit you right on the chest and you're going to be away. And you would just ask AJ that, or Isaac on the right side. So he's our man.
The Bulldogs.
Yeah, he did. I think he had 3 try assists, so there you go. So we'll keep filming here. So they're doing some drills here. We'll just follow them. Damien Cook there. He's been playing well, and he plays well when the forwards are dominating. And so if the forwards get a bit of space, he just loves to run out from dummy half and put the pressure on the defence. So that's our man Cookie. He obviously lost his Origin jersey, I think it was last year, to Appy, and I don't think Appy's been setting the world on fire at the Tigers. So who knows? He might be.
Tigers thought we had a Eastern miracle, but no. Parramatta.
Oh, he's on the bench for Origin. Yeah, thanks. Oh, he missed out on the Kangaroos. Oh, that's right. They actually ran with 2 hookers, didn't they? Thank you, Hugo. There. So that's run and support here. All right. So there's Coach Burgess out there just pointing them around. So we'll just keep going here. So what'll happen is once they do the ball work, we'll turn the cameras off. But all the fans here will be waiting around. So once the session finishes, they can go down and get some autographs with the players, get some photos with the stars. We'll try and shoot some footage as well. Now, we didn't get through the whole team before, so who did we miss when we were going along the line there?
I think we missed.
Let's look at Isaiah Tass. So he's been a great story. He's forced his way into this side. Last year we needed a centre, and he came in, and he's been playing some great footy. It probably wasn't his best game against the Dogs. Opportunities didn't really come his way, but
he still makes a good game when you need him.
He does play good. So look for the lethal left with Tass, AJ, Cody to bounce back against the Dolphins.
Yeah, that's the main thing the Dolphins need to watch out, because their left side, lethal left side, AJ, when you need AJ, he'll deliver.
That's right. Yeah, well said, mate. And the satisfying thing was against the Doggies is that we scored nearly all the tries on the right. So we can hurt you either side of the field, which is good, which is what you want. So there's a try there to the captain. There's
they always go left, but then sometimes you go right. So some teams, because Wayne Bennett, when he coached, they always went left, so they might be going right. So you never know.
Yeah, and the good thing about it is Latrell at fullback.
Yeah,
he can loom up either side, and he does that. So you can't really defend saying, "Oh, look, let's make sure we defend on the left better than we do on the right." So. All right. you got the little one there. I might get Hugo to jump on. All right, Abs, jump on, Hugo. So thank you to Abby for coming along. He's got his little one there with the little man. He's made his appearance on. He wasn't saying much. So how are you, mate?
Good, thanks.
Yeah. So you've been a Bunnies fan.
Yep.
For how long?
Since 2011.
Okay. Right.
So when I was 4 years old, I think.
Yeah. Yep.
And yeah, so watched the few early seasons before 2014.
Yep.
I was at the grand final. Obviously, that was great.
Oh, was ya?
Yeah. I remember actually Redfern Oval the day after. The grand final.
Okay.
Presentation here.
Oh, right. Yep.
That was great.
Yep. And what do you think of the 2023 Rabbitohs, mate?
Yeah, I reckon we're a balanced side. It's pretty similar to last year's side. Well, obviously we have quite a few injuries, especially in the forwards, like with Liver and Totola's out now.
Yeah.
Arrow's coming back. But once we get those forwards back, I think we're going to be a real force at the end of the year.
Exactly. So if we get Junior, and then you just mentioned Liver, and
yeah.
if we can keep everyone healthy,
we can probably get a good couple games in and then get in the top 8.
Well, top 4. We're a top 4. This is a side that can win the comp, Liam. I mean, we've showed that. We've been in the top 4 the last 5 years. And
also got in the Premier League final since 2017, I think.
Yeah, so we've been in 5, I think 5 prelims, isn't it? So
5 in a row.
5 in a row. So
I think we'll make it there again. I reckon we'll make the grand final this year.
Yeah, well, hopefully we do. And like I said, one of the keys is to keep everyone healthy. So you don't want to be losing your, George Piggins medalist, best and fairest player as in Junior Totola. So
how long's Totola out for?
I think they said 3 or 4 weeks, which is a bit of a.
But we need Totola back though. That's
he's had a few injuries this year.
Yeah, that's right. So it's not ideal, but the beauty of it is we've got a bit of depth.
Yeah.
So we've got blokes like Hame and Jed that can come in and fill the role. Hosty coming back was really timely. So that's the beauty of it. And Davey Mawale's been a good story. He's only young.
Great,
yeah. So who are some of your favourite players in this team, Hugo?
I think Stretch has been great this year.
Yep.
Cody, he's probably my favourite.
Yep.
Murray, AJ, all those. Burgess, he's been huge.
Yep.
I think if Cartwright can get a few games under his belt, I think he'll be a real good player.
Yeah.
Because last year before he got injured at the back end of last year,
he was doing well.
Yeah, against Olam. I remember the game against the Storm at ANZ. He was amazing against Olam. Put a few shots on.
We won that game, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is right, and I remember that.
Yeah,
Jed,
when
Jed
Graham was injured, he filled in for Graham. Yeah, so he was amazing. Yeah.
So look, that's the value that this guy brings. You can put him on as an edge back rower and he'll get through his work, but you can chuck him in the centres and he'll do an admirable job like he did last week, starting in the centres.
Yeah.
So that's why I think poor old Blake. Well, not poor old Blake. Blake's a good player, and Blake's probably too good for New South Wales Cup. But the fact that Jed can play in the forwards is probably one of the reasons why we are using him instead of Blakey boy. But I'm sure Blake will get his talent.
The media guys waving off. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. So we'll just sign off now. Like we said, it was time to go. But thanks to Hugo on the left, Liam on the right, and we've got to shut down now because they are doing the ball work, and we've just got told to turn off. Thanks for joining us on Bunnies TV live and free, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.